Reading from the Holy Gospel according to Matthew. Jesus said to his disciples, "You are the salt of the earth. But if salt loses its taste, with what can it be seasoned? It is no longer good for anything, but to be thrown out and trampled underfoot. You are the light of the world. A city set on a mountain cannot be hidden, nor do they light a lamp and then put it under a bushel basket. It is set on a lampstand, where it gives light to all in the house. Just so, your light must shine before others, that they may see your good deeds and glorify your heavenly Father." The Gospel of the Lord. So I think this is one of those Gospels that is particularly helpful if we keep in mind what came before. That was the Beatitudes from last week, but probably for most of you I didn't preach to you, so I'm going to give you a double homily. Not double in length. Last week, we heard the Beatitudes, and even the word blessed itself is good to open up a little bit. You know, it's not just a simple happiness, a movement of the heart and emotion, and it's not a blessedness in the sense of something good happened to me. I mean, it's really getting more at true, full fulfillment. The word actually means something more like how fortunate are those on whom this gift is bestowed. And I think while you can't separate any of them, you can't just say, well, I want to be poor in spirit, or I want to mourn, I want to be meek, I want to hunger and thirst for righteousness. You can't just be one of those things. Because even when you begin to pursue one, the others have to come with it necessarily. Yet I think there's three of them that are kind of interpretive keys. And the first one is the first one. Blessed are the poor in spirit. Okay, what does it mean to be poor in spirit? I liken this to somebody who went on a scuba diving adventure, right? And got their leg caught underneath a rock. The shark came by and knocked off their oxygen tank. It took them a few minutes to get their leg free. Holy Spirit. So it took them a while to get their leg free, and what do they do at the surface when they finally reach the air? They gasp. I mean, they draw in so deeply from the air above. There's something of that in being poor in spirit, except we're talking about God's breath. You know, we've got to gasp for the life breath of God, to be so dependent on Him. We can't do anything without Him, which is true anyway, we just don't always think about it. What's also interesting about the first one, the first beatitude, though, is the reward is in the present tense. Theirs is the kingdom of heaven. So if you gasp for the life breath of God here and now, you already begin to possess the kingdom. The second one is, blessed are they who hunger and thirst for righteousness. What sort of righteousness are we talking about? Well, it's not, the righteousness that's so prevalent today, being on the right side of an issue or being correct or, showing everyone else how wrong they are. It's righteousness in the sense of justice, like a true justice, that's only found in right relationship with God. Well, what does that look like? It's recognizing that we are beloved sons and daughters of so loving a Father. We've been drawn into that by Jesus Christ. And we realize so deeply how much we've been loved and how much He cares for us that we won't stop until justice is served for everyone else, in the sense of their needs are provided for. We're driven to serve other people by the love that we have known from God the Father. They will be satisfied. And the third one is, blessed are they who are persecuted for the sake of righteousness. So those who are persecuted for living out that same relationship, knowing so intimately the love of God the Father and pouring it out into the world, they're persecuted. They're also blessed. They're this gift bestowed on them. It's also interesting that theirs is the kingdom of heaven. Even here and now, they begin to possess the kingdom. How is that? How can you begin to possess the kingdom of heaven even now? Well, it's precisely because of that right relationship. Knowing the love of God so intimately and being drawn into his life, we're already there, in a sense. Yeah, the fullness of it is such a long way away, but we can begin to get a taste. Gasp at the life breath of God. Why would somebody be persecuted for the sake of a right relationship with God? Blessed are they, blessed are you, when they insult you and persecute you and utter every kind of evil against you falsely because of me. Rejoice and be glad, for your reward will be great in heaven. Well, it's precisely because, as Jesus continues preaching to his disciples, what we hear today. You are the salt of the earth. You're the light of the world. As salt draws out the flavor of food, we, as salt of the earth, are called to draw out the flavor of what it really means to be human. How do we know what it really means to be human? But by living in right relationship with God. Where do we get our model? We get it from Jesus Christ, who gave his entire self on the cross, who is the model for all forms of love. And if we live our lives in conformity with that love, then our example and our witness draw other people outside of themselves. It reminds them what it means to truly be human. It's written on our hearts. We ignore it and we forget it. So if I see someone else giving a true example of love and I just want to stay selfish, turned in on myself, I don't like that. I want it to stop. I don't want that. I want it to continue. Okay? I want you to be salt of the earth and light of the world. I want to be the salt of the earth. I want to be the light that shines on humanity, that shows deeply what it means to be human. We were made to give ourselves away in love in the same way that Jesus came and showed us how on the cross. We forget because we're in the dark sometimes. I was thinking a little bit about this in a broader perspective, especially in the Western world. I think Christians really have been the salt of the earth and the light of the world for a long time. And we forget that that's the main reason there's so many hospitals and orphanages and shelters and soup kitchens and freedoms and equalities. We forget that they're there so much, in large part, because of Christianity. And society has kind of forgotten that too. I mean, we even consider ourselves post-Christian. We've forgotten the source of why we did those things in the first place. It was because of Christ. Because of his example. That's why we do those things for other people. But we've forgotten the origin, and sometimes the broader we, not just us in this building, but, we've forgotten about that, so we think the initiative is on our own part. I'm a good person, I'm doing good things for other people. Chances are you wouldn't be if you didn't have the example of Jesus Christ that's permeated the entire world. It's ultimately God's love that changes one's hearts to possess and seek to build the kingdom on earth for the good of all people. So, what does that mean for us? A world that was built by Christ, by Christianity, that still has Christian-like qualities, it's kind of forgotten the origin. What do we need? We need radical holiness. To remind the world yet again of why we do what we do, why we do those Christian-like things, why we give of ourselves to serve other people. That's what will be a light in the darkness today. That's what will be the salt that draws out the meaning of human life. But a radical holiness that's gasping for the life of God. that lives in right relationship with the Lord, that we know so intimately his love for us that we'll pour that out onto other people. I've said it multiple times, and maybe in some ways it's a reminder for myself. What we do here when we come to the Eucharist is come with all of our joys and sorrows, but particularly the good things that we've received from the Lord, recognizing especially the salvation that he's offered us. We bring those things with us and offer them back to God the Father, but not just them, ourselves as well, that we might be transformed, that we might stand with Jesus in offering ourselves for other people. This is the training ground for holiness, right here, engaging in what we do. The proving ground for saints. But we need support from one another too, whether it's family or relationships within the parish. As well, we continue to advertise at formed.org. There's sheets at the doors. Why? Not just to learn things for the sake of learning. All of the information on that website will lead to a building of faith, of spiritual reality, of spiritual life. Stoke a fire in your heart to desire more and more the life breath of God. If you haven't signed up, go for it. I'm telling you, there's really good stuff on there. It might inspire you to seek to be the salt of the earth even more than you already are, to shine light on humanity. Why? That others may see your good deeds and glorify the Heavenly Father, who has given this life and love to us.